Yo, hello, welcome. We finally have the Art of the War update. So the release and the patch notes for everything. So for the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip through it. I'm not gonna read everything in details. I'm just gonna talk about it. Just because it's a very big update. Okay. Now the first thing we know we're gonna get is the support class, the artist. This is gonna be really cool. After that, we get a new event, or it's like an update for Ruin. So it's a new 96 player for. So it's a 48 versus 48 realm versus realm match that will happen in Ruin. And to enter, you need a faction rank 3 and a 1490 character. And there will be rules, rewards, and everything. But we'll leave that to different videos, just not to make this video huge. Okay. There's also, we're getting the new event. So we're getting an older event, the fan favorite one, which is the racing event. And it might be, since they're saying it's the fan favorite one, so it might be close or similar to the one we had before. So yeah, we'll get the event, the race event, and I'm sure we'll get the dailies and everything with it. Also, we get an Arc Pass Season 3. So with the Arc Pass, as the last ones, there's gonna be the free version of it, and there's also the premium one that you can buy, or the super premium one. And we get various rewards like here, the thing materials, honing, Fion, legendary card event, and the bet. So I think the bet is considered one of the free ones, but we'll see. But they usually give one of the skins or the bets free. And you can also purchase the one for 1500 oil, and the supreme one will get all the reward for 3000. That's if you want to pay for the premium one. Okay, we're also getting the Bunica Pass. So this is a Bunica Pass, not a Southern, but there is something very specific they said. So the Bunica Pass will function like the Northern Power Pass available to players. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, like how it will look in the game, but from what they're saying, it's basically like a Southern path. I'm not sure what do you mean. Also, we'll receive a 1340 gear, so that means you don't have to do Oreha or Argus, for example, to push your character. So you're gonna be able to push your character faster. Once you immediately make the character, you use the power pass, you can push the character to relic gear. So this is really cool. Now we're also getting the Hyper Express to pair with the event. So the Hyper Express Plus, and that will go from 1340 to 1445, where we're gonna include a lot of things like honing and everything. But the one unique thing for this Hyper Express event is that we're gonna get an engraving support button with it. So this engraving support button will work as that you'll get 4 engravings for free. Just by clicking on a button, you can choose 4 engravings to play with. So this is gonna be really cool. But this is only gonna be for the duration of the event. So look here, choose 4 engraving to be in effect at level 3 during the event. So that means it's gonna run out with the Hyper Express, but obviously Hyper Express stays for a long time, so I think we're gonna be good. They're also gonna give a Story Express, which will help you level up your story and get rewards with it. So characters will get through the event quest window. There is also clear story mission for valuable progression materials. Story completion rewards include crystalline aura, epic chest engraving, epic, so some stuff like that. Skip quest via power pass or no chancellor will not offer story express completion rewards. So that's if you use the story express, you need to do the story, you can't just skip it. Also, you can only assign this express story to one character, or they saying that you can only design to one story character per account, and if you delete the story express character, you will not be able to give it to another character. Okay. We're also gonna add a new player/returning player login bonuses. So this is just the daily bonuses, something new. Now, one of the biggest update is gonna be the honing and gold update. So look at this, what they did to the game. And actually, this is really good. I'm sure that a lot of people will be annoyed about this, but this is really good. So gold requirements for honing for 1445 will be removed completely, and they will also give us a buff. So from 1340 or from 40 to 70, you'll get 100% success rate, 60% and 60% discount. From 70 to 75, there's an 80% discount, 80% success rate, and the same discount. From 75 to 80, there is a 65%. From 80 to 95, there is a 50%. From 95 to 1410, there is a 35%. So it's going to be the same discount so far. From 1410 to 1415, there is a 30%. So this is basically like from all these 5 levels are just gonna be 1 click per item, and then you get like a lower chance, so 50, 35. But this is really good because like you have a high chance and you don't pay gold, so everything is fine. And the last one from 1415, which is the most important part, to 1445, you're gonna have a 20%, but you also get a 50% discount on honing materials, and leapstone is negative 30%. So that's really good. Also, they added a max button to easily add the maximum number of available honing support materials, just to help update the honing complete screen to make it faster. This obviously takes so long. It took me like 30 minutes in the first pass like this to push one character to like 1400 or something. When transferring gear with the same item level, you can no longer transfer to a lower gear. That makes sense. Now here is the part that some players might be annoyed. They lowered the gold for some of the dungeons because they're now easier for you to push. So normal or as well, abyssal dungeon will go from so we have from 400 to 200 and 500 to 300. Obviously the books is gonna drop in price. So the abyssal dungeon, the hard mode, from 900 to 300, and from 1200 to 400. Abyssal dungeon 800 to 300, 900 to 300, and 1000 to 400. So it's not that, like, Argus is not that valuable to do on characters. It used to give almost 3000, now it's like 1000. Voltin Legion Raid normal goes from 800 to 500, and from 2500 to 700, so they're just 1200. I think it's really good since you're gonna push your characters fast. Also, Vicus will be 500 to 400, 600 to 500, and 2200 to 700, so that's really cool. Just they're dropping the amount of gold you get by a lot from these, but in exchange you get honing faster and the chances are better. Lastly, since you know you're gonna work at 1445, they switch it from 1700 and from 3000 to 2300. So this actually adds a little, this last bit adds something to the game, which is what type of region raids you're gonna do with your main characters. And now you might not want to do Volton since it dropped by 1900 gold, and maybe decide to do Cuckoo. So instead of doing Volton, Vicus, Brelshaza, you now might do Vicus, Clown, Brelshaza if you don't do Clown already. Also, they care about new players, so they're adding a new player card set to help them and make it easier for them to play the game, so new players use it until they collect in-game card sets. Card system improvements, so now they just made it, so they just added a little bit of card improvements where you can sort things better, you can view things better. It's easier for you to get notifications, save effects to see them, and filter them. And they're gonna add a filter system where you can search for things, also for the books to see the general effects, so this is gonna be really cool. Case update here, they're basically putting this to annoy bots. I'm sure you've seen it before. Bots go into chaos gates, or FK, they maybe hit the boss once or something. So this will help with that. So basically what they're doing is that if you don't help in the battle, you will be kicked out. Also, if you die, they remove the portals, but if you die, you get resurrected close to the boss. Basically, they're telling you don't go FK while doing chaos gate, which makes sense. Honestly, if you don't help in chaos gate, you should. You went in, you should help. Also, they added players can now earn extra rewards twice the Legion material used in crafting. So this is amazing. So this will help newer players to get the gear set, relic gear set. So this is gonna be for Volton and Vicus only, not Clown. I thought they could have snuck in Clown here, but they didn't. So you get almost double the rewards here. So they say both the normal and extra rewards for the side are doubled. These rewards are on bare gate basis, meaning you can earn 5 additional sets of reward per gate per character. So this is really cool to help you get more sets, and this will help us obviously when we do if you make a new character with a new batch and make it for relic, so you can even push it more or just play with it for relic. That's so cool, right? Gear trading changes, so now you can trade gear up to 3 times and can be sold, purchased in the market. So this is the Oreha stuff. So this is the 1370 gear sets. You can, I guess, sell it on the market. Not sure how it would look like, but yeah. So they also did some changes to help players. So now the buff that players will get after clearing the last gate in Abyssal Dungeon, after clearing a high level difficulty, lower difficulty, the count will also decrease. So clearing it will decrease both normal and hard gate count. I'm not sure what this means exactly, but I think this has something with the like newer characters or newer players. Not sure exactly how this works. They helped with the compass with basically the events, so they're gonna lower the amount annoying co-op events and the timed ones, and they're gonna help us with them more. Also, if you go, they're saying that if you go in an island and you didn't do anything in the island, you don't count as you went to the island once. So that's, I guess, if you disconnect or something. So yeah, that's really cool. They're also gonna help you with various different events and like timed events in the game, make it a little bit easier. Item exchange, so there's gonna be a vendor in Vern and Bunica to exchange items, so like Argus Blood, all these things can be exchanged to Deepstone directly from them. Okay. Also quest, when repeating a quest, they're gonna add a button to remove dialogues and stuff like that, so this will be really cool to help us speed up some quests if you've done it before. It makes sense for them to add this, especially they're trying to help us finish stories faster with characters that you have or you played with before. Okay. What else? So they added and they updated the stronghold a little bit. So they added just improvement to the stronghold, where you can. It's easier for you to see guests, ban the players that are banned, the blocks, and everything. Also, they improved the purchasing items and structures, and they also made it for you that you can craft some more new things to help with your stronghold. Just some general thing. Also, the general thing they did to effects, they added a new thing called move effect visuals that you can turn it on off, and it will be added to the category skin and so on. I'm not sure. I don't really dabble a lot with skins, so I not my area of expertise. Also, scheduled updates. Co-op added to fewer time events category. They added an activated rewards to the following event, so you can know what type of things you're gonna get. And now siege event category is now called siege content, and content contains the 3 deleted some content scheduled categories that will no longer be shown. General update. So this general update is a bit weird. I guess this is another attack, but for mostly RTM. So if you buy something in a raid for 1000k gold, so this might be effective a bit later in the game, I guess. Some players would do that. That if you pay for 100k gold, you're gonna put a fee of 5% on any extra. So like if they said an example, if you pay 150k, the 50 will get a 5% fee on it. Just an ad. That's an extra fee on it. Okay. They added a new daily tracker. Also, the game is now gonna be run on DirectX 11 only, and the competitive season is gonna be closer, so it's April 12th. Also, they added some UI updates. So they added a boss rush and symbol for it, so you can do it faster. Characters customization help. So they changed that how the ticket goes for the reskin to allow 24 hours of customizing. Maybe you don't feel like good with it. MVP system added a category just for supports basically. So just tracking supports better, seeing what supports do in the game, heal, shield, effectiveness that they do, and when it comes to contribution and damage reduction, everything. Also, they added some general stuff. So the door pass has changed to clearly, yeah, you can know which if this one you purchased or it's like a free one. The register item list purchase limit can now be seen in the market auction. They added a button to easily dismantle items, remove the button to move all skins. They added a button to move all duplicates, added a category to store items in market storage, in the material storage. I'm not sure how the material storage will look like, but yeah. I think this is gonna be maybe for like things that you're gonna craft or something like that, like gear, stuff like that, which Korea had that for a long time. So this is really cool to give us stuff like that. Also, they're gonna help with opening packs. And always, they're just gonna try to help a little bit more, so opening packs will be faster. And also all of these things are mostly gonna be to things that are to your character, not to the roster. So like, don't think that they're gonna change anything and like that. The added option to simply confirm gems. I think now you can roll gems for the skill you want much faster. They added an option for you to add email and auto delete mail, so this is cool. You can now view extra rewards, which makes sense. So now you can see, you can press the UI for Abyssal Dungeon, Abyssal Raids, and Legionaries to see the extra rewards on it in it and everything. They also added some edits to the character selection, the wallpaper, and the UI for it, help with it. Also the codex improvement, a lot of codex improvement just to help players know, search for a lot of things. So there is new filters and new filter and favorites. You can search for things and search how to get these things from it. Party finder, some cool things also in the party finder. So they added like a better filtering, so you can now sort groups by the number of players. You can improve search terms for recruiting players. You can also make a private party. Let's say you have a static and you don't want people to keep sending you since you're static. Yeah, it makes sense. Party applicants also, they will help with that. Online status, this just make players, your guild members, it will be more obvious for people to see if you're online or offline or away. Also how it will work when if they send you a message and if you receive it or not and everything. Okay. Also they added some new skins. So not my biggest department of expertise, but they added some new skins here. So there's the baseball skins. They added some winter coat, witch skins, a lot of different skins here. Also weapons, and there is a wallpaper and all. And finally we have the class balance updates. Just because this video gonna be too long, I'm gonna separate this bar to a different video where we're gonna look at all of this class balance update on its own. So yeah, that's basically everything for the new update, the Art of the War. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.